everybody, welcome back to another Division 2 video. It's your boy, you already know, back with another build video, and let's dive right into it. So for weapons, we are using the capacitor, sitting at 100k total weapon damage for it, so that thing is slapping. For your secondary, I'm using a shotgun. I am using a name shotgun called the Mop, and the only reason why we're using this gun is because it's the only piece of survivability. And the reason why I'm saying that is because of the 10% armor kill. This is a team build video. This build doesn't work too great solo. I mean, you can make it work really great solo, but there's one piece that's like really extremely hard for me to get. The way I needed to get for me to run it solo. For me to run this solo without having a problem controlling the ads. So, and that's the hard thing about this build. And there's one piece that it's really irritating to get it to drop the way you want. I've been trying to get it to drop for a couple of days now. I don't got no good RNG and luck. But I meant to do this build. It's a team build anyway, and it works better with your team members, your clan members, preferably specifically a healer or a healer hybrid. If the synergy with this build is perfect with another person that is using a healer build or a healer hybrid. And when I show you the clip right now, well, not right now, but when I show you, I got 4 clips later on in the video. Right now I'm just showing the build. So the way I did this build, it's pretty much Eclipse protocol with crit hit chance and crit hit damage. So as you can see, I wrote max crit hit chance there, max crit chance mod. And this is the piece where you need it to roll pretty much perfect for you to run it solo. I've been trying to get to drop for days now, and I just can't seem to get it to drop the way I wanted to drop. So I'm just gonna use it the way it is now, and it's great the way it is now for a team build. So pretty much I'm trying to get a Grupo piece to drop with critical hit damage, critical hit chance, and creeping death, so I could roll a 6 skill tier onto that backpack, and then from there I would change the specialization to Gunner, and Gunner will automatically give you 10% armor on kill. So when you get your kills, you'll get 10% armor regardless, while having to use that shotgun, the Mop. And that's the way you would run this build solo. You can't run it solo this way, but you better be very careful because you're extremely squishy, and you will get 1 or 2 tapped by almost anything and everything. So you got to play a lot of Frogger with this build. You got to jump around a lot, play the mid range. You go play the long range, and you can even do close range if you play it smart. But you don't want to get focused on for too long by anybody, because you will die pretty much immediately. So the cool thing about this build is that we don't just have status effect damage, we got crit damage. So we're hitting like trucks also. So the reason why I kept the chest piece is because of the range. It increases it from 10 to 15 meters, and it refreshes the percentage from 50 to 75%, which is great. Like as you see, I wrote max crit damage there, max crit damage mod there. Boom. Did the same thing with the holster, not too special. Knee pads, I chose Seska obviously for the crit hit chance, and we're using an AR, so we need as much crit hit chance as we can get. And then I make sure I got one with crit chance and crit damage on it, and I roll the skill tier on it. And since I couldn't get the backpack to drop the perfect way I wanted to drop, we're going to keep it at the red thing, and I'll keep our weapon damage at 100k. And then we rock technician, and then we are at full skill tier 6. So now I'll show you the build and how I'm working it. We're going to go to the stats. The stats, I'm at 52 crit hit chance, 161 crit hit damage. So we're slapping. We can challenge DPS players. Not face tank challenge, but we could challenge them from cover from those mid ranges if they're using ARs like you. So you can actually challenge them while you're using your skills, because you're hitting. So most of your damage doesn't come purely and solely from your crit damage and your crit chance. I'm trying to get my crit chance higher. Unfortunately, the pieces don't drop perfect the way I need them to drop. But if this dropped perfect and I was crit hit chance there instead, then I would rock another crit hit damage mod there. My crit hit damage will be at like 170 something, which would be amazing. If I maxed out the crit hit chance here, I'll probably be at like 53 point something, and that'll be decent enough. And then for the sidearm, using the orbit, mainly better for PvE. So that will be our only way of survivability. It's pretty much this shotgun and the med kits you have. So if you're using directives, it's gonna be a pain in the ass to stay alive, and you're gonna play a lot of cover base, which you're gonna see from my 4 clips after this. So that's pretty much it. I switched it to concussion grenades so I could throw them like a maniac whenever I got full 7 grenades, and you'll see in one of my clips. I think it's pretty funny. So the 2 skills I'm rocking for the status effects, I'm using a Stinger Hive. Stinger Hive, the damage is 715. This thing is slapping. The duration of the Stinger Hive itself, 216 seconds. It can sit there for a hot minute. Bleed duration is 8 seconds, man. Listen, if they ain't rocking a hazard build, they're gonna be bleeding for a minute, and you're gonna see it in the clips. And now I'm using the sticky bomb. Since it's a DPS build, I'm using the sticky bomb and not the chem launcher, because obviously the chem launcher I get like 7-8 shots and just launch a whole bunch of fire things and burn everything. But that's not the idea of this build, because since I hit hard, I only want to land 1 or 2 of these at a time. The cooldown is 25 seconds, but the duration, it burns for 12.9 seconds, and the PvP damage is 280k. So that thing slaps, and it'll keep somebody burning, and then it burns for a minute. So if they're not immediately, if they're rocking like a DPS build, they're not immediately trying to put on a med kit, all you gotta do is dip and dodge till bullets don't phase tank them, and as soon as they try to attempt to put on a med kit, you just rush up on them and just mow them down. Because if they don't try to put on that med kit, they're gonna eventually die from the burn, especially if they're rocking that glass cannon. And the reason why I made this build, not only to work with a hybrid healer build, but also to catch those Pisky dual builds. I've been seeing it a lot rolling around. Those guys are rocking like the Future Initiative healer builds, and then there'll be another guy that's rocking like a full DPS perfect glass cannon build. Well, this is how you're gonna catch that DPS player. Since you're at skill tier 6, this is gonna hurt him since he's rocking perfect glass cannon, this build right here. And you could challenge him a little bit to throw him off. This build right here is gonna hurt him, and plus you could throw off your healer. And if it's just like a DPS player and that person's a healer hybrid, you could challenge both of them with range with your team, and you could still get to them. So the name of this build is called the Flu build, because one way or another you're gonna catch it, either from the bullets or from my status effect. So the cool thing about the reason I picked Creeping Death is pretty much if going to group against, see, with the way the gear set works, you have to get a kill in order to spread the status effects to multiple enemies. So that's cool and all, but you have to get a kill first to spread it to everyone else. See, what I like about Creeping Death is that I could immediately apply it to one enemy, and as long as they're close enough, within 8 meters right there, and the cooldown is only 15 seconds. So that's not even a long cooldown. So you can apply this status effect in one engagement like 2 or 3 times like this, and just keep the status effect rolling and rolling and rolling. So you're going to apply it immediately to multiple people, and when they die, if there are more people coming up, if they're close enough, remember, we got that additional 15 meters for when one of those people die. If somebody's within those 15 meters, they catch it too, and the buff gets refreshed 75%. Now that's why I call it the Flu build, because one way or another, you're going to catch it. Now, the clips I uploaded 2 PvE clips, one on the 100 floor, going against the hunters, And you're gonna see why I uploaded. I uploaded because I use the Stinger Hive for a very specific reason, because it works great against hunters or rogue agents. One thing cool about it is that if they send in like blinder flyer flies or like bombardier drones and they fly in the room or they come at you, your Stinger Hive will destroy them before those things hurt you, which is pretty fucking cool. And I was learning that in this clip when I was testing it out. And the PvP clips, the first clip is a very short clip, it's only about a minute long, and then the second clip, it's a full match. Now I lost in the match. Yes, we get slaughtered, but it was a good match because I learned a lot of things. And in that match, I learned right away that this build will go so well with a hybrid healer DPS build. Because I learned right in the middle of the match, I seen two guys getting ready to challenge the healer. And when I came up with my healer and I put down my Stinger Hive, they both backed off immediately. And I realized something. I was like, wow, people will back off when they realize the combinations that they go against. And there's a good way to push back enemies like in certain situations. Now the build works well. It works really well. It's a different play style, but you gotta keep in mind you're extremely squishy. You do not want to get focused by anybody. So you gotta keep moving with this build. You gotta keep it moving. Because if you get focused, you will go down immediately, and you will see from the clips. But other than that, it's a fun build. I'll let you guys enjoy it from there. So we're already on heroic difficulty. So we're just gonna go with a pure DPS and get to see how hard we hit. Straight up on a name enemy. The cool thing about this build too is that the talent on the capacitor, and I hate it when this game does that. Every time I come to the shooting range, it drops like my 15% bonus damage from the specialization. I don't know why. It always does that. So those ain't the real numbers. But you'll see the real numbers in the clips later to come. But the cool thing about this, using the capacitor, the talent on it, the stacks that you grant while you're hitting the target, you get skill damage. 1.5% skill damage is added. So that also works with the status effect, which is pretty dope. So body shots. If I had that extra 15% damage from the specialization thing, I don't know why the game bugs out. It would be a little over 300k. It's like 302, 303k. Headshots, 371. If I had that, if it was at the proper damage percentage, it would be a little over 400k. But as you can see, that was 2 clips. And pretty much he's dead. So 2 clips that I had a killer name target if I hit all my bullets. And then we'll go to the DPS of the map. That gun hits pretty hard. Again, I don't got all the perfect pieces to hit the way I wanted to hit. Still missing like 12% critical hit damage on this build because of the backpack. And then we'll get into the status effects. So this is the cool thing about having a tier 6 DPS build. We're gonna put this on very hard, so it's mainly elite targets. Now, for the mods, I use 4 extra stinger charges, so I got 8 charges. And the reason why I use the 4 extra charges is because my cooldown time is like 3.6 seconds. If I used it with a haste mod, then my cooldown time for my stinger charges was like 4.8 seconds, something crazy like that. It takes forever to get back 14, so it's much faster to get back 18 for some odd reason. I don't know, that's just the way I feel about it. But here we go, pretty much all elite targets. We're gonna bust that down. And that's just the bleed. Now here's the cool thing about Creeping Death. See, the cooldown's almost done with Creeping Death. Boom, now they all got it, and boom. Now I just focus one target, and then everything usually gets refreshed, and then they're all pretty much good. So pretty much you could use a Stinger Hive offensively, like a little time bomb, or you could use it defensively, run away from an enemy, drop it, and then you can wait for your thing to for your sticky bomb to cool down, hit them so they can't focus you, and then you just dipset. That's another thing cool about the first PvP clip that I uploaded, and the reason why I uploaded it is you can see how I didn't die. One of the players, it was 2 players camping on a rooftop. I threw up my Stinger Hive, and then since a Creeping Death applied immediately that bleed, it slowed the second player down immediately, so he immediately took cover because he was taking damage and he slowed. So I went up there, shot the sticky bomb on that first player to apply that second status effect to him, and just focused on killing him, because then once I killed him, then the fire immediately transferred to the second player and he had the hip fire, therefore he couldn't hit me. I could take cover and immediately apply a med kit as my team rolled in, and we finished them off. So this is a team playing build. It works very efficiently if you use it correctly, and I learned a lot from using this build. So thanks again. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Have a nice day. Once again, I call this build the Flu build.
Rogue incinerator turret detected. Rogue bombardier drone detected. System restored. Rogue blinder firefly detected. Rogue defender drone detected. Rogue striker drone detected. System malfunctioning. System back online. Rogue blinder firefly detected. Rogue bombardier drone detected. Rogue defender drone detected. Defender drone detected. Rogue bombardier drone detected. System disrupted. System activated. System malfunctioning. Rogue Stinger Hive detected. System restored. Rogue Defender drone detected. Rogue Blinder Firefly detected. Rogue Incinerator turret detected. Rogue Stinger Hive detected. Rogue Blinder Firefly detected. Rogue Defender drone detected. Rogue Striker drone detected. Rogue Bombardier drone detected. An agent needs assistance.
enemy before your reinforcements are spent.
Rogue explosive seeker mine detected. Rogue striker drone detected. Rogue Stinger Hive detected. An agent needs assistance. Immediate medical assistance needed. Agent down. Agent down. Agent killed. An agent needs assistance. Boost about to activate. Boost now active. And the enemy has acquired the boost. Rogue explosive seeker mine detected. Agent down. Rogue Stinger Hive detected. An agent needs assistance. Rogue striker drone detected. Agent down.
A specialization supply drop has been arranged for you.
An agent needs assistance.
The enemy is claiming the supply drop.
Agent down.
Specialization supply drops have fallen into enemy hands.
Immediate medical assistance needed. Agent out of action. Rogue explosive seeker mine detected. An agent needs assistance.
This is your last chance to come back before we have to pull you out.
Rogue striker drone detected. Agent vital signs 0.
You're running low on reinforcements.
Agent down. Rogue Stinger Hive detected. An agent needs assistance.
It's over. They were too strong.